All right, what do we have today? Hey, it's that game that looks a lot like Darkest Dungeon. like a lot like Darkest Dungeon.
Life is a disease. A millennium ago, a supreme necromancer was on the verge of conquering the world. But you know what they say about best laid plans. Inevitably, heroes shall emerge. So, I was made dead. Again. But what does death really mean for somebody who has mastered it? Boredom. An eternity to ponder my errors and how close I came to victory. I am a mortal, but when this world ends, even I will know oblivion. And so, I ask myself, will I be given another chance to rise before it happens? Another chance to fulfill my ambition? It seems that fate has smiled after all.
He seems bitter. So I'm getting the feeling there that he was a locked up lich necromancer type, and somebody made a mistake of opening the seal, and now probably the party of people that did that are now going to be controlled by him or something. Maybe. Or maybe he's the enemy. I kind of thought that he'd be who we play as, though, maybe. He might even be the narrative person that runs like the base or whatever, the party, the Eye in the Sky commander character from like the Darkest Dungeon and XCOM and stuff like that. Iratus, Lord of the Dead, is a hardcore tactical roguelike. The game is difficult and your minions will die, and don't think they are expendable just because they're already dead. Every fight is a challenge, and resources are always limited. Enemies are strong and show no mercy towards their undead opponents. You will need to play smart and adjust your strategies for different encounters and different types. In short, be prepared to spend several hours mastering the game in order to achieve victory and bring death to the mortal lands. The game is still in alpha. Gameplay mechanics can and will be changed in the future. Several hours? Well, we have about a half an hour, so let's go. Oh, they got a Discord. I don't think there really would be anything to customize. Maybe turn it down a little bit on my end. You can change it to another language, which is written in that language. Show subtitles. Oh, it's already on all the way over there. That's a really big gap between location of the pips and the text that it correlates with and stuff. Show chance to hit. Why would I not want to see that? Anyway, start. New. What? Oh, I have to do the tutorial first. Okay. We strongly recommend the tutorial, and by that we mean you're required to play it. At least as far as I saw there. So like I said, it looks a lot like Darkest Dungeon. There are a number of similarities. Very different art style, obviously. Much more detailed and so on, which is a little bit of a give and a take. So I guess I'm playing as these guys right now. This orc-looking dude and these two zombos. It's the skeleton's turn. Is this a tutorial? Am I supposed to be being told things right now? I don't know. I feel like it just started and didn't tell me anything. I got unassuming strike. It's got 3 yellows and 2 reds. What does that mean? Is this... Wait. Is this a tutorial or not? I'm actually a little confused. Plus 30 initiative for some reason. 10 plus 20. I'm just gonna click on it. And click on that guy. Take that guy. Oh, that was not that much damage. Attack. There are 3 types of attack. Red is physical, blue is magical, Gray is stress. Both physical and magical attacks reduce vigor, the vigor, which is the health of the target. Stress attacks influences the sanity of the target. If it drops to 0, the target has a chance to die whenever it is hit with another stress attack. The more powerful the attack, the higher the chance of death. So there's even a stress mechanic. So it's very like Darkest Dungeon, apparently, or at least that was seems to have been the design document premise of making the game. Oh, that's what those two things probably mean. So, much like Darkest Dungeon, the yellow things probably mean that I can only use this attack if I'm in the right 2 positions of my party, and the red things mean that it attacks all 4 enemy slots at once. I'm picking up on things that aren't even explained yet by the tutorial because it's so similar to Darkest Dungeon, apparently. It's a stress attack, deals 50%, 8 to 9 damage. The target loses 10% accuracy for the next turn. Even that's the same as Darkest Dungeon, isn't it? Where you have a base damage and every attack is listed by the percentage of damage it's doing versus your base damage, as opposed to just having a damage of its own. Interesting. Oh, and the animations are identical to Darkest Dungeon. I'm gonna be saying Darkest Dungeon a lot, apparently, because this one's... It's hard to look past the sheer number of similarities, apparently. Wow. Sanity. Low levels of sanity can lead to insanity. A character suffering from insanity will manifest one of several possible negative effects, each detrimental to in its own way. Enemies can run away from battle if they start their turn on the last position of the combat row. A character with low levels of sanity will have a higher chance of running away. If there is only one enemy remaining, the chance of him running away will increase each turn. Enemies that escape do not leave behind any items or parts. If sanity drops to 0, the target has a chance to die of fear whenever it receives another stress attack. The more powerful the attack, the higher chance of death. Where's my sanity meter? That's my vigor. Oh wait, since we're undead, do we just not have sanity? Is it only the enemy that has to deal with worry about that? So they got this, yeah. 17 out of 25. I guess since we're undead zombos, we don't have to worry about the entire premise. Show them their place. Physical attack. Moves me forward 2 slots. Pushes the enemy back 2 slots. Smite the show-offs. Physical attack deals... it attacks twice, dealing 60% damage each time. Additional attack for each buff on the target. Oh. So if they have buffs, I can do a combo on them. Shield Banger. Deals 100% damage and does stress attack. And it only targets 1 target, though. That's the strike I had before. This ignores armor and block, it's just an attack. God damn, 12 to 12 damage. These characters don't have an attack range. That's interesting. It's unusual. So this guy does double damage with stress. This guy does... He has a physical strength of 12, but a dread of 24. So he's better at stress attacks than physical attacks. So I should probably take advantage of that if I can. Is Shieldbanger 100% stress damage? It is. 24. So can I just kill this guy? Or get him down to 0 stress, I mean, and see the consequence. Insanity Berserk. The dead! The dead are everywhere! 50% chance to attack allies. Didn't work out that time. So if I were to take a guess, I would say this entire game probably exists because somebody played Darkest Dungeon and then they were like, what if we played as the bad guy? And they ran with that. Can this go away, by the way? This non-stop... it was on the title screen, it was okay, we got past it. I get the alpha part so that people don't think this is 1.0 footage, but this URL stuff is a little much to keep on the screen the entire time, and it's not even a good font. Alright, so yeah, I think that's the basic idea. I think that's why they have a stress meter and I don't. Well, I mean, lore-wise it makes sense, but I mean, like, mechanically, that's probably the basic idea, is they wanted to make a Darkest Dungeon game where you play as the enemies. Might have even originally envisioned it as a mod, and then decided, no, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just make our own game, which I do applaud on some level. I always find it a little weird when people make their own mods of things, and then like, we're getting a do not, we're making like a cease and desist order because people keep using other people's IPs. It's like, yeah, make your own IP. Do the Stardew Valley approach. It's fine. People can still call you out though for the sheer amount of similarity. but they can also like the thing more if you do it better, as it's just been showing with Fortnite lately. Can I just kill you?
So,
Hell yeah.
what 1,000 years of evolution looks like?
Hit.
Pathetic.
Evolution takes way longer than 1,000 years, dude. But also this guy, these poor guys look really unfortunate, to be honest. Like, we'll give them a break. Like, we're basically scaring them to death. That's our approach right now. You cut that out. This guy also does more dread damage than physical damage. In fact, he has noticeably less physical damage than the other guys. He's fucking built as shit, though, for a zombie. God damn. This guy already has 0. It seems easier to scare these people, although I think part of the reason why you do more dread damage is the fact that you have to keep doing dread damage after they die to kill them. That said, they also have like half as much brain as they do vigor. So like, rough change there. Grape shot. That's the attack everyone up front thing. This guy's almost seems like the bounty hunter. More powder. Oh, it's a self buff. Oh, he is like the bounty hunter from the previous game. He's got his gun, he's got his AoE attack. Thundercrack. Stress attack, 100% damage. Loses 3 initiative next action. Neat. Can't do these ones because I'm in the back. Alright, let's do that one then. Oh, did I mess up? Did I just mess up? Oh, you specifically can't target the first guy, so I messed up. And then when I clicked on him, he probably automatically did the default attack or something. That's probably what just happened. Whoops. Well, he's already freaking out, so, you know. I can't do shield banger up here, though. Let's see, smite the show-offs. He doesn't have a buff, though. He has 10 armor for until next action. Ooh, and it does a counter. That's fun. Let's do that. Come and get me, buddy. See how that works out for you. Right, so Shieldbanger moves you forward. Is he? Oh, he didn't die. All right. Oh. He didn't die. I guess Grape Shot's the only attack I can use at this point. Unless I want to move. Is moving even an action in this game, though? Oh, spells. That must be my necromancer guy. Can do spells during the fight to add to the pile. Can I physically make you walk around? I don't think so. Can you only get moved by the attacks themselves? Skeletons are immune to any buffs or debuffs. Huh. Anyway, pew. Wow. He's dying of fear less than expected. So that's probably why your fear attacks are so strong, is it's...
You know, if this keeps up, I'll be done purging the world ahead of schedule.
My first attempt worked really well, but after that, it becomes clear that you can just try over and over again and keep failing to fear them to death. So that's something to worry about. Is that our health bars right there? Probably. This guy's full on health. Craft Bride of Iratus. You just make your bride? All right. I mean, he's a necromancer. You probably just take like a heart and some bones and so on. Just make a woman with the woman spell that makes women. Craft minions. New undead are available for crafting. Craft this minion from the body parts of your freshly slain enemies. Click on the portal to start the crafting process. Body parts are stored in the chest. There's Iratus. He seems nice. Lovable. Big on hugs. Ah. Spooky to have it light up like that. Something's over here, something's over there, something's over there. So yeah, I was on the right track, I think, when I said that he's probably the guy that runs our base, because look at this thing. I guess this is our base. This is the equivalent of the town in Darkest Dungeon, probably. Because you don't need a town anymore, or people coming in on a wagon. He's just gonna take all of his crappy bones and whatever and just make people out of them. The Bride of Iratus. They need those things to make it. Craft.
Beats only for me.
How sufficiently dehumanizing to call the not even like, not any word about bringing life or create or like really like conjuring an individual, but no, craft that person like they're a sword. Now form your battle group. Remember that a minion's position is the row in the row alters their effectiveness in combat, so choose their positions carefully. And it looks like we must have 4 squads or something I can set in. After each battle, Iratus recovers mana, and any minions not currently in the main group recovers vigor. Oh, so I change groups, and if I let a group rest, then they heal. Click on the map to journey. Cool. What do you like? Are you... Oh, you're clearly using a bow. With a clear emphasis on being on the back, except this one. Adore him. Ah. 40% bonus accuracy for the remainder of the entire fight. And it pushes her back. So yeah, she clearly specializes in being in the back rows. She has a specific ability that gets her out of the front rows. So might as well just preemptively get him back there. You also use a gun, clearly. So it seems like both of you should not be in the front, really. Seems like the way to go. Cool. I dig the art, generally. Alright, so we have a dungeon of some sort. We probably won't make it far enough to get any real idea of like how much choice you get to have in dungeons. I assume I'm still in the tutorial. I guess that's the thing, is that dungeon's probably very linear due to the tutorial that I'm probably still in. I think you get kicked back out to the main menu to choose a difficulty. Otherwise, let's see. Strength of mediocrity. The vigor of the skeleton and the target are summed and split equally. Target gains plus 10 damage until the end of the fight. What? I don't want my target to get plus 10 damage. I assume you mean that they deal 10 more damage, not they get 10 more damage per hit or something. There's no show-offs to attack, right? They have an armor stat. Oh, it's a block. Whenever a character that has at least 1 point of block is hit by physical attack, that attack is nullified and the character's block amount is decreased by 1. Oh. These guys have 1, 2, and 2 blocks, so they will straight up not get hurt by attacks. But only physical attacks. I can attack them with stress or whatever the other one that wasn't magic. Also, this just ignores armor and blocks, so who cares in its case? Yeah, all that jazz. They don't have buffs for me to go after. I'm just gonna shield bang. Whoa. Insanity, fatalism? Lose armor, block, ward. Wow. Gets 33% more damage. Oh. Shit. He's stronger now. We better kill him. Hey you. Nihilism. Give in to nihilism. It's very scary. Stress attack. You won't get him. 125% damage and they can't move for 2 turns. Do that one.
Become part of the breathless tide.
Neat. Oh, but she jumps forward, which is probably not great for me. I guess she has magic armor. Stop stabbing my skeletons with knives. You're gonna hit their oh right. Yeah, about that. They don't even have organs for you to shoot. I'm not sure what your plan is. This could split damage between them all, but they'll nullify. Actually, that's a good idea. Oh, I missed one of them. I was going for the AoE attack because then they're I could just remove all of their blocks via a weak AoE, which kind of powers up AoE as an option. Block is automatically used to nullify a single physical attack. These can stack. After an attack is successfully nullified, the defender loses 1 count of block. Wards automatically nullify magic. Same thing. Armor constantly protects the defender from physical damage. Every point of armor absorbs 1 point of damage and is not lost after doing so. Yeah, that's just straightforward. That's their defense stat versus like their actual block stat, which is what's making them not take damage. They have no buffs for me to annoy them on though, right? And I have no AoE attacks because that's how I would like to deal with the fact that I need to get rid of their blocking. I kind of just like spamming panic and stuff. Bonus chance of escaping, reduced accuracy. Those are only good changes. Cool. How about you? Would you like a negative effect? Wow, you guys both get the same effect? Cool. Hope you guys run away.
You can't get him?
Don't want to move further up necessarily. Fire damage. Cool. Overwatch. Whenever an enemy moves, deal 100% damage to it. Huh. Heart Piercer, 100% damage. Critical hit does 3 times damage. Rose for a lady? Why can't I use that? It says I can use it any... Oh, it requires 2 of whatever that is. Is that mentioned somewhere else? No. It requires 2 mana, I assume? Maybe. Oh, 2 of these, maybe. This little blue thing might be it. It requires a stat. Either way, it requires a thing that I don't know about yet, basically. Going for it.
You won't get him?
Working down the block a bit. Not entirely necessary at this point, but, you know. There he goes.
Are you scared now?
If only there was a buff for me to punish. Oh well, you're out of armor. Or you're not out of block, actually. But that attack ignores it. Great. That's the important detail. Let's do Flames of Love for some fun. How's that armor working out for you? Oh right, you're on fire and having a heart attack. Whoops. Stress attack. Can't use that on you. Cannonball knocks him back, but he can't be knocked back. But it kind of seems fun. It costs me, yeah. So that's the thing I spend, because it's gonna cost me that 1. Now let's have some fun here. Dude, used needlessly exact. Oh right, you just blocked the entire attack. That was very stupid of me. Whoops. And here I'm just trying to show off for the audience and give this little move a shot so I don't underutilize my options in this brief video. Hot PSA. No targets? Alright.
You won't get him?
Yep, there goes.
Mop up the gore. I'd hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
You hate plants too? Really? What a likable dude, this necromancer. I think you just get a soul whenever you want to fight. Just keeps adding it to your pool. So that means that using those skills that require souls is like a big deal, huh? It's possible to strengthen your minions through the use of special items, which are rewarded after battle and crafted via alchemy. Cool. How? Just put it in there? Ah. Like charms? Or is it stuck there now? Oh, I think that's stuck in there now. Alright. Plus 30 vigor, start of combat in the 4th position, plus 4 attack until the end of combat, max 8. Huh. So just keep her in the back and you're good. Cool. Is that her level or something? She's, oh yeah. It's determined by the level of the minions determined by the quality of parts that were used to craft it. This is not a game where you get better because you train or anything. You just get made out of cooler chunks of body. Nice, I guess. How do I craft stuff though? Oh. With every enemy slain in every battle won, Iratus regains more and more of his former power. Learn magic to make use of mana and obliterate your foes, or learn alchemy to manipulate the limited resources you have available. Okay. Oh, there's stuff over here. Oh, a Dark Knight. Let's do that.
Everyone needs its generals.
Sure, let's give him a go. Hollow Stare. Stress damage, 100% health. You can use it from any position to any position. Additional 25% stress damage for each debuff on the target. Damn. Strong stress attack. Abyssal Hunger. Move back 2 rows. Target gets -3 damage till the end of the fight. Dark Knight gains 10 armor. Dark Tithe, remove all debuffs from the Dark Knight, and restore vigor equal to double his current armor, which there's some synergy right there. Those two things combined. Oh, but that's expensive. It uses one of the blues. Uses a soul. Everything dies. You have to be in the front half of the party. Deals 100% damage with 30% if bonus damage if they have low sanity. Stance, futile hopes. Each time an enemy receives buff, it deals 100% stress damage to that enemy. Oh. We're all nothing. Move forward 2 rows. Attacks anybody. Deals damage to the target equal to triple the current armor of the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight loses all armor. So he's got mechanics built around stacking up his armor via abyssal hunger and stuff like that, and then cashing in on it in different ways. You can heal with it, and then you can attack with it for a large number, potentially. Also, he starts off with 11 armor, so this starts off doing like 33 damage, but then you make him vulnerable because he loses all of his armor, is the idea. Let's put him in the main party. Get him in there. Oh, I meant to grab the person that had health. There we go. You hang out over here and heal, dude. Alright, get in there. What's going on? Oh, that's not the mission. How do I... Oh. Magic and alchemy. Learn magic and use it to turn the tide of battle. Learn alchemy to increase the amount of resources available to you and their power. Okay. Is that how many points I have right now? So it's my MP. No. And that's how much it costs MP during combat. These are spells I can use. I don't know what the 2 means. I mean, maybe it means I can learn 2 things. Maybe they all have the same cost to learn. So 5 stress damage. Whip moves the selected minion 1 position forward. If the bride's move, she gets bonus accuracy. From whipping the bride, all minions receive 5 initiatives. There's another misuse of plural earlier in the game too. For 3 following actions. The victim loses 25% of luck until the end of battle. If they
It's not really learning, rather remembering what was forgotten.
Thanks. The victim loses 25% of luck until the end of battle. If they escape from the battle, the player will have a vampire after the fight. What? What the hell? Oh, and I'm gonna have to learn that because it sounds bizarre.
To try this out.
You scare people away and they become a vampire? What the hell? Okay, I want a vampire. Not enough talent points. Why? How many do I need? Maybe it's like 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point? But they don't tell you anywhere on the screen, do they? Yeah, I don't see a number anywhere. Weird. Alright, in a row then. Distillation gives the ability to craft 1 higher quality resource from 4 identical basic resources. The Rodra Cube does not work with parts that are already of maximum quality. Extraction gives the ability to craft 1 special resource from basic ones. Transmutation gives the ability to convert 1 type of resource to another. Transplantation allows you to replace a parts of in a minion if both parts are the same type. Huh. Oh, that lets you upgrade a minion by changing what they're made of and making it better. Let's try that.
Oh, this will do nicely.
Can I make you better? Oops. Like, rags, skull, common item. Oh, all my items are of equal quality right now. I don't really get to use that right now. Oh well. Map. Choose a battle squad, the one that's full of people. That's a good squad. Oh, there's another typo. Your watch the walls through the hollow sockets of your animated minions. Step by step they shamble forth to bring ruin to the land, and for a brief moment you see yourself as you were millennia ago, at the head of a vast army of death that stretches to the horizon. Legions of dark knights and spirits, platoons of ghouls headed by liches, In an instant, you recall it all and feel a smile creep upon your features. I know on some level it's like typos aren't the biggest thing in the world, and also it's an alpha and stuff like that, but I always feel a little weird when I do a 30-minute one-off video and I can encounter multiple typos in that time. I'm like, you couldn't just give the tutorial a once-over to see if there was any, you know, typos in it. Just the tutorial, just for a bit. This will probably be our last fight. I just want to give this Dark Knight a chance. Some minions and enemies pose unique abilities capable of turning the tide of battle. What? Isn't... Huh. I think they're just trying to make me aware of that unit features are a thing. But... yeah. I don't know, saying that people have unique abilities that can turn the tide of battle just sounds like the universal reality of the concept of classes and units. Like, everyone was probably that. So make somebody... if I try to make someone get scared away, they'll become a vampire? What's the lowest will? You do.
Crimson hunger.
Shield bash.
Flash, chomp, crush, break their bones.
You won't get him.
Oh, they're sticking around for now. Stance. Special type of ability that some characters can use. When a character enters a stance, they will perform a certain action when a certain condition is met, as described in the ability itself. A stance lasts until the start of the character's next turn. A stance can be cancelled unless it's a stance can be cancelled unless it's specifically mentioned in the text of the ability. To cancel a stance, simply target the character with an ability either that forces them to move or causes them to miss a turn. So if they move or miss a turn, they lose their stance. Whoopsie. Stress damage. And more for every debuff, huh? Let's see how that goes.
Good, good. More materials. Ooh, I didn't think it would be this easy.
Right, I messed up. Whoops. I mixed up the I mixed up the effect where they leave because they had the part where they max out on stress, then you give them a heart attack versus giving them a bunch of stress and then they run away. So I just killed that guy when I was supposed to try to make him run away by killing everyone else, I guess, and letting him be the end of the turn order or something. Whoops. That makes sense, though. That means that it's harder to get the vampire than I thought it was, which makes more sense, because I was like, isn't it going to be weirdly easy to get a vampire then? Because I've been doing that all game, but I was mixing up the two stress effects. Nope. That didn't quite work. What is the stance? Attacks anyone who moves. Ah. So don't move, or they'll not be pleased with us. Isn't that a buff, though? That's a stance. It's probably not the same thing. So buffing them probably doesn't do that. Yeah, just do an attack, right? He's fine. It's just a flesh wound. Whatever I do, I don't want to move, because bad things happen. So enjoy that. Oops, that didn't work out. The bonus for every debuff is super strong, it seems. Where's the one for my armor? Oh, we're all nothing. That's when I have to be in the back row. I kind of want to use that just to see it. Abyssal Hunger. That's the one... somebody just loses damage for a bit. Well, he's the stronger one. Oh, I can't target him? Oh, I choose an ally and reduce their damage. As he gains armor, which I can then turn into more damage when I go in again to attack. Okay. And now that I don't have two skeletons, the two of them aren't switching places constantly, so I can't really do the shield banger the way I used to. Kind of messes up that particular approach. So no one has a buff for me to punish. But I can just keep attacking through this guy's armor, defeating the purpose of it entirely, so that's fun.
As worthless as you were in life, you will be worth something in death.
Now I get to use this attack. Triple the current armor of the Dark Knight, then lose all your armor. Let's do this. Ooh, he's alive technically, but not by a lot. Damn. Bad time for you, huh? 2 to 4 damage is not enough. This is a lot more, but he uses my thing. Let's go for it. And he's gone. Disintegrated.
Another step towards my eternal kingdom.
Oh, 2 souls that time. Gain artifacts to attain total dominance over your foes. Artifacts. I don't know, I just reflexively pressed I to open my inventory. Now we got a lot of menus here. Wait, oh, that's just my chest. Okay. That's Iratus' stats. Can I put... First spell that Iratus used during... will use in fight will be free, after which this crystal will disappear. Ooh. Very traditional use of mana crystal. So you put it on your character, he'll cast one spell, and then it'll be gone. So that's a choose wisely there. Required talents not learned, but that's my alchemy table. Calcination and whatnot. All right, well I think that's a good place to cut it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Like always, if you want to check out Iratus, there's a link to the Steam page in the description. And as per usual, the code was provided by a developer, publisher, PR, whatever. It's all a big mush. I was provided a code. Thanks for watching like always, guys, and I'll see you next time.